Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Monday, the first Monday of October. It is Monday, October 2nd. How is it October already? But it is a beautiful October 2nd and a beautiful Monday. It is only going to be 82 degrees today, which is still quite warm, but it's probably the coolest high that we've had since April. But today it's going to be beautiful. So I am up early. I've gotten an early start today, both to work, but also now to go for a walk. So it is only 68 degrees outside. I am so excited. It's sunny, so it's not gonna feel that cold. It's gonna feel beautiful though. I'm gonna go out for not as long of a walk as I would like, both because I don't really have the time this morning, but also I have to go teach on campus tomorrow, so I can't overdo it today. As tempting as it would be to go for a really long walk, I need to be sensible. So I'm just gonna go for a short 30 minutes-ish, maybe not even quite 30 minutes, walk around the neighborhood really quick, just enjoy some cooler temperatures, enjoy the gentle warmth of the sun. The sun should actually feel pretty nice today or this morning, instead of like it's trying to kill me, so that'll be nice. And yeah, then I've got to come back here. I've got tons of grading to do, tons of emails. I know I have office hours later this morning on Zoom, but the focus of this vlog, other than the fact that I'm going to take you on this beautiful walk with me, the focus of this vlog is copy editing. So I am down to the last 3 or 4 days of copy editing. I'm definitely not going to do any tomorrow, but I will be doing copy editing today, Wednesday, Thursday, and possibly Friday. So this is going to be the finishing copy editing vlog. When the copy editing ends, this vlog will end, basically. So I'm going to vlog all of my copy editing sessions and the progress as we wrap up the last of the copy editing, and then figuring out, I need to make a more detailed task list for what is left, because there really isn't much left. So that will probably happen at the very end of this vlog. I feel like I need to just make a task list in my planner or something that is detailed and specific, and not just the broad big picture stuff, but like every little thing that's left. I can't believe we're at the point where I can probably put the last of the copy editing all in one vlog. So this should be exciting. For me at least. Hopefully I'll make it exciting for you. So yeah, we'll be doing lots of copy editing. I will probably take a break from teaching work in the middle of the day and just do teaching work a little bit later this evening so that I can do some copy editing early. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what my brain feels like. I might take a break around like 1-ish to do some copy editing. So we'll see. But for now, before it gets any warmer, I want to get outside and go for this walk and see what 68 to 70 degrees feels like, because I don't think I've experienced that in months. Like 6 months at least, probably. I'm giddy with excitement. So I'm just gonna get outside and I will take you all with me. But welcome to the vlog. Get comfy, get cozy, or if you're working, set me up somewhere where I can keep you company while you work on your projects. And yeah, let's go for a walk. Okay, it is now a little while later. I'm feeling very frazzled. It's a very Monday. The last few Mondays haven't been quite this Monday, but this Monday is very Monday. And if any of that has made sense to you, you're amazing. So yeah, it's it's the afternoon. It's a little bit later than I wanted. I've been getting a lot of grading done, so I feel good about that. My brain is still fairly decent. Like, I'm frazzled, but I do feel alert. So I feel like if I can do the copy editing, that will be one big task that I can just cross off and be done with. And I feel like that's what's stressing me out, is I've got a few tasks left to do today and then some smaller tasks, but the few big tasks just feel so big and they're stressing me out. So, because like I really need to get grading finished. I need to get completely caught up on grading today because I'm not going to really be able to do any grading tomorrow. So like I want the stuff from last week, some of it is carried over into this week and I just want to get it done. So yeah, so I'm going to do the copy editing and get that done for the day, and then go sit over on the couch and turn on some YouTube or something and knock out the rest of the grading, and that will take me most of the rest of the day. And then I'm sure there's going to be some more emails and stuff for me to go over as well for work. So there's some minor, I feel like as far as teaching work goes, there's a huge amount of grading and then there's a lot of little admin tasks. And then with my non-teaching work, there's a couple big things I need to work on, copy editing being one of them, and a few little things. So in both categories today, there's just some big things and some little things, and it's not how I like starting a week, but it'll be fine. As far as copy editing goes, where we're picking up from the weekend, so the last vlog was Saturday, and I mentioned, I think, in that vlog that I probably wasn't going to do any copy editing on Sunday. I didn't. I took yesterday off. That's fine. I'm still ahead. By the end of today, I need to be at 75,000 words. I am at 79,249 words. So I could take today off and be fine. And I could only edit about 1,000 words on Wednesday and still be at my goal. So I'm still ahead, and I'm still on track to finish this week, like by Friday, even if I only do one chapter a day. So I'm going to do 17 today. I'll probably do 18 on Wednesday, and that'll probably be all I can manage to do on Wednesday because 18 is a longer chapter and I'm always exhausted on Wednesdays. But then I think I can potentially do 19, 20 and the epilogue on Thursday, and then I'll be done. So then I can kind of maybe take a day off on Friday, maybe do the formatting on Friday, and then start proofreading on Saturday, which will be a few days early. So it's all good. It's all fine. I had scheduled myself to finish copy editing on Monday the 9th, and I will most likely finish it on Thursday the 5th, 6th, or the 7th at the absolute latest. But for my sanity, for this vlog, just for productiveness in general, I'm aiming to finish on Thursday the 5th. So yeah, I'm gonna get chapter 17 done and then get back to teaching work. So deep breaths. I'm so tired. I'm more frazzled than tired. My walk, just before I go, my walk was amazing. It was gorgeous out today. I wanted to stay out for longer. I really, really did. It was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It was worth waking up early for, 1000%. So yeah, I think honestly the walk is the only thing that's keeping me from completely losing my mind at this point, because I'm right on the edge. I'm right on the edge today, but I think that walk has really helped. But anyway, enough rambling. I'm talking nonsense. I need to get my monitor moved into place and get to copy editing. by some miracle, I managed to get 2 chapters done today. So I am through chapter 18, and all that's left is 19, 20, and the epilogue. And chapter 19 is 4,250 words, so I feel really good about being able to do that on Wednesday. Because even if I'm tired on Wednesday, that's better than the 5,900 words I would have had to do on Wednesday if I didn't do chapter 18 today. So yeah, I think I'm in a really good position. So I do think I can get chapter 19 done on Wednesday, and then chapter 20 and the epilogue can get done on Thursday, and then yeah. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty amazing that that's where we're at. I am not feeling the greatest, which is why I'm amazed that I got through 2 chapters and in just slightly over the time I'd allotted to get 1 chapter done. So that took me just a little over an hour. Chapter 17 was really quick, and then chapter 18 was longer, so that took me a little bit longer, but still wasn't too bad. But I have a really bad headache, and it's moving slightly. It's getting a little bit better. It was like here. Now I'm feeling it in my sinuses a bit more, but it's still less than it was. I've taken some Tylenol, and I've made a cup of coffee, and I had some of a pumpkin bread that Mom made when I was over at the house last week. I don't know if it's the little bit of caffeine and decaf that's helping, if it's the Tylenol, if I was a little bit hungry maybe. I didn't think I was hungry, but I do get headaches when I'm hungry, so it could have been that. I don't know. It's probably a combination of all those things, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm ready to leave the desk area and go sit down. I wasn't expecting to do that much copy editing, especially because I really wasn't feeling well, but I was on a roll, and I could feel it. Like, despite the headache, my brain was working. It wasn't like I wasn't struggling to copy edit. I was distracted a bit by the headache, but like, I don't know, I think because I'm getting so close to the end of this stage, my brain is just like pushing me through. So gonna make the most of that. But yeah, even if for some reason I'm just too tired and I can't copy edit on Wednesday, I think I could even still get 19, 20 and the epilogue all done on Thursday. But I think I'll be able. I think the fact that I'll know I'm so close, and that doing chapter 19 on Wednesday would make it easier to copy edit and finish on Thursday. I think that will help me power through, and I will be able to copy edit on Wednesday. We're almost done with the copy editing. Okay, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and I have copy edited chapter 19, which means all that is left is chapter 20 and the epilogue. I'm not going to do it today, as tempting as that is to just keep going and finish. It would not be a good idea. I am so tired today. I was really tired yesterday. So yesterday I didn't vlog, I didn't copy edit. Yesterday was my day to be on campus to teach. Teaching went well. Campus was gorgeous. The weather was actually the best it has been all semester. It was the coolest day I think we've had, the coolest Tuesday we've had since the semester started. So it was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed being on campus. So the weather was fantastic yesterday. So that felt great, but I was really tired and I was definitely feeling really run down yesterday, which was not ideal. And my brain fog was really, really bad yesterday. I kept thinking, like I'd be speaking, I'd be giving some instructions and a thought would pop into my head, oh, don't forget to tell them this. And then as soon as what I was saying, as soon as I was like done with that thought, the original thought, I'd have forgotten the thing that I'd said I needed to tell them. So, and that kept happening in all 3 classes at least 2 or 3 times each class. And that's just so frustrating when when it's so obvious my brain isn't working. So I was really tired and brain foggy yesterday. And today I did manage to get some sleep, but not quite as much as I wanted. So I'm still feeling really tired today and just physically tired and mentally tired. So as tempting as it would be to just plow through and do the rest of the copy editing, I just know it would not be a good idea. And I don't really have the time for that today, but I kind of told myself I knew chapter 19 was a shorter chapter. It's only about 4,200 something words. So it wasn't one of the like 5,000 word or longer chapters. So I knew I could get through chapter 19 in less than an hour, less than 40 minutes even, I think. So I wanted to just do that, and then tomorrow it'll just be chapter 20 and the epilogue. I've so far copy edited 19 chapters and 93,652 words, so that's very exciting. I can't believe I'm almost done. Like, I will finish copy editing tomorrow. And then this weekend is fall break, so I have Monday and Tuesday off, which means I can probably make a really good dent with proofreading. Now I do want to give myself some time off for fall break. That'll be a separate vlog though. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to teaching work right now, but chapter 19 is done. It really is so exciting for me, at least. It feels really good to, like, I'm really that close to being done, and it's just exciting. It's very exciting. So, like, I'm actually going to finish copy editing tomorrow. It's just so weird because, like, thinking back to the summer, this time just felt like so far away, and now it's here. Proof that small progress is progress. Small steps every day will ultimately get you to your goal. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's how today has gone. I managed to get some copy editing done. I am definitely within striking distance. We will finish tomorrow, so that is a amazing feeling. So yeah, keep watching, and in just a few seconds, we'll finish copy editing this tomorrow. let's finish copy editing day. It's Thursday afternoon. I'm taking a break from everything else. I've had a very lovely start to the day. I went for a nice morning walk, ran into some javelinas. That was not so nice, but we just kind of looked at each other and I went my own way and they stayed put. So yeah, I hate that they just hang out this close to like where, like they hang out where I'm walking. Like they're in the middle of a residential area. It's not like I'm walking through this, you know, bare patch of desert in between houses or neighborhoods. Like they are smack bang in the middle of residential neighborhoods. So it's less than ideal, but it is what it is. Thankfully, no incidents. It was all good. And then Mom and I went to Whole Foods, and then I've been doing tons of grading and teaching work and stuff like that, but I feel like I'm in a good place brain-wise. I am doing a little bit better today, although I still haven't slept. I'm just ready for fall break. But today it's all about copy editing. We're gonna get the last chapter and the epilogue done. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna finish it. It's all gonna be good. And then we'll talk about what the next steps are. And I want to list out every little thing that's left to do for this book. So, which is going to seem like a lot, but it's a lot of little things and a lot of little things that won't take that long. So I just want to get like a master checklist of what's left written. So I am going to get everything pulled up and open. Pro Writing Aid is open to the final chapter. There are 123 notes according to Pro Writing Aid. I've got a grammar and spelling rating of 49%, so it definitely needs some work. Although some of those things will not actually be errors, but that's okay. Yeah, I need to get my Google page, or I use DuckDuckGo, but my search engine page open. So just to kind of explain how I've been doing the copy editing, if anyone has wondered. Let me move you all around, put you in a slightly different, because this desk has gotten, it's so messy. It's just got piles of stuff. It's so messy, but this is what we're working with so far. So let me get you guys swapped around so you can kind of see my setup here. There we go. We'll put on the dining room lights just for a few minutes. I hate using the overhead lights, but just for a little bit so that I'm not so backlit from the window. So I've got my external monitor and my laptop right in front of me. So I always have Pro Writing Aid open on my external monitor, with the exception of a couple chapters that I proofread at my parents' house. Those I just did on my laptop. Everything else is done on Pro Writing Aid on my external monitor. When it comes to needing to be able to see errors, it helps to have it on a bigger screen. Whenever it's on my laptop, I just feel like the text isn't that big. So I just like to see the text bigger on a bigger screen. It also, reading it on a different screen makes it feel like a different reading process. And so it's a little bit, I'm a little less likely to miss something by using the external monitor. On my laptop screen, I always have a search engine open. So if Pro Writing Aid flags an error or says something is an error, and I'm not sure, I can do a secondary search to verify whatever Pro Writing Aid is saying. So if it says something needs to be hyphenated, or if it says something needs to be one word or two words and I'm just not sure, I can Google to see. So like the last thing on here is mind-boggling, one words or two. It's two, but with a hyphen in between, in case you were wondering. So there's lots of little things that I will sometimes look up just to double check or get a second opinion on the rule that Pro Writing Aid is saying I have broken, and then I can decide if it's a rule I care about breaking or not. Because a lot of grammar really is subjective. So I use Pro Writing Aid to help a lot, but sometimes the rules that Pro Writing Aid will give me sound very vague, and it's like, well, but is that really something I need to worry about? Or could we find a rule that's a little bit more specific to see if I'm actually breaking it or not? So yeah, so this is my setup for copy editing as much as possible. I use my external monitor anytime I'm working in Pro Writing Aid for editing, anytime I'm working in Vellum for formatting or proofreading, because my proofreading corrections are done in Vellum, in the Vellum file of the book. And then Photoshop, when I'm doing cover design work, I always do, or as much as possible, I do on the big monitors because I like the bigger screen for that. So this is my little setup. This is why you sometimes see me working on the laptop and sometimes see me working on the external monitor, mostly on the external monitor, but every now and then you'll see me typing something. You'll see some movement in this screen, and that's because I'm searching some sort of obscure grammar rule or double checking if something needs to be one word or two words or hyphenated or something like that. But anyway, enough procrastivlogging. It is now time to finish copy editing. Okay, copy editing is officially done, which is a very weird and wild thing to think about, but there's still a lot to do. So I've made my task list. This isn't even everything because there's some things towards the bottom that are going to get their own task list once I get to those stages. But this is kind of the task list of everything, like what I have on here is kind of everything I want to try to do this month in October. So the last couple things will be things that I do at the very beginning of November, basically. So yeah. Some of these things are just copy and pasting from other documents, other files, so they're going to go pretty quick. Others I still need to write, but they won't take that long. Some things are going to take me the majority of the rest of the month to do. So running through this very quickly. I need to finish up the front matter and the back matter of the book. So for the front matter, that's the copyright page, the dedication page, and the also or previous in this series page. So like that'll take 2 seconds to do. Dedication will be short, but I still need to think about what that's going to be. So things to think about when I'm like doing the dishes or going for a walk. Back matter is my social media kind of call to action page, the author's note, the acknowledgements, the previous books / blurbs. I don't put in like a whole chapter of another book as a teaser, I just put in the book descriptions with a picture of the cover. As a reader, I almost never, like they say never say never, so I'm not going to say I never read it, but I really can't think of when I have read the first chapter of the next book. Like I just go get the next book if I really want to read it. But I do like when authors put in like a 1-paragraph book description of some of their other books. You've got me as a kind of captive reader for the moment, so sell me your other books. Don't give me a whole chapter, but sell me your other books. So that's what I do in my books. And then the very last page of my book, of any of my paperbacks, is my also by Andrea Severson, which has the growing list of all of my previous novels. So that's the front matter and the back matter. I also need to come up with the kind of book details. So the book description, the tagline, and I know the title, so that's done. So that's great. I don't have it on this list, but one of the things I need to do as I get close to uploading is I need to kind of go through my uploading checklist, figuring out, like I really need to create a like true step-by-step checklist of everything I do when I write one of my books, from like outlining all the way down to hitting publish, because I get to this point, it's like, what do I do and in what order? I don't know. But yeah, so I need the book description. So I've already got the title, but I need the book description, and I need a tagline of some sort. I need to format everything in vellum, and then I need to proofread. While I'm formatting and while I'm proofreading, I need to just keep an eye on the quotation marks. That was something that popped up in Pro Writing Aid, but mostly for chapter 15. That was the only chapter I think it happened on, but somehow I was mixing up straight quotation marks and curly quotation marks, and I don't know how, because I just hit the quotation mark button in Scrivener, and so just need to double check that and pay attention to that while I'm proofreading, and make sure my quotation marks all look correct. I have a feeling that how it gets formatted in vellum and the style I choose in vellum will just format all quotation marks the same way, regardless of whether they're curly or straight in the original file. So we'll see. The cover needs a lot of work. So proofreading and cover work are going to be the two things that take me the majority of this month. So the cover illustration in pencil is pretty much done. So now what I need to do is go over all the individual elements of the sketch in black ink and create the final black ink line sketches. Then I have to scan all of that, and then I have to import all of that into Photoshop. Then I'm going to create 2 copies. I need to pay attention and check the dimensions, but I need to create 2 copies. So I'll do one and get everything how I want it in that one, and then I'll duplicate that, because I like to have kind of a sandbox file in Photoshop, and then a version that I just leave alone until I get all the color palette kind of sorted out. So there's always one, I've done this for the last like 2 or 3 books. There's one file where I screw around with the colors, and if it makes the line work a little bit muddled, it's fine, because it's not the one I'm going to use. It means I can layer colors on top of layers and not have to worry about that messing with the line work. And then I can get the color palette just how I want it, and then I know exactly what color goes in what part of the sketch. So then I go over to the kind of real or final black and white version of the color of the cover and start coloring that in with the final color choices. I also will need to do a final format in vellum and final versions of the book cover. So there's the cover illustration, and that kind of gets saved as its own image, and then I create an ebook cover file in RGB colorway, and that has the cover illustration, but then I lay over the title and the author name and all of that. Then I have a paperback version that includes the spine and the back cover, and I can't get that information, the spine width information, until I'm completely done proofreading, fully done formatting. Everything in vellum for the book interior is exactly how it's going to be. Then I can get the final page number, amount of pages in the book, and I can use the spine width calculator on Amazon's website or on KDP's website to calculate the spine width, and then I can get the dimensions for the paperback cover. Then the paperback cover has to get saved, designed and saved as a CMYK print ready PDF. The things you learn when you do all of this by yourself. It would be nice to outsource a lot of this to someone else or to multiple someone else's. It'd be lovely to have a copy editor and a formatter and a proofreader and a cover designer. That would be great. It's not within my budget scope at this point. And then once the book interior and the cover exterior and all of that is done, then we upload it all to KDP and submit it. And yeah, that's wild. So we don't publish it at that point, but we do save everything, and I order the proof copy. And that is something I have to remember. So the last two things on this list are upload to KDP and make launch plans. And then I've put a note to make separate task lists for each of those. So I've got an upload day checklist, and I've got like a pre-launch and launch week checklist. So everything I need to do before launch and everything I try to do or like to do during the actual launch week. So there's still, like, on the one hand, it feels like there's just a few steps left. It's just formatting and proofreading and cover design, and then we upload. It sounds like there's only four things left, but each of those 4 steps has either multiple things underneath them, as in the case of the cover and uploading it and stuff like that, or it's just going to take a while. Like proofreading is just, it's going to take a while. So it sounds like we're really close, but this is why we're still at least a month away from being able to upload everything, possibly longer. We'll just have to see, and why I'm hoping everything goes smoothly and we can launch this, or I can launch this by somewhere near the end of November. I'm really hoping for before Thanksgiving, but it might be right after Thanksgiving. We'll see. But like, it's why it's not so straightforward. It's like, there's just 4 things left. We'll definitely be done by X date and publish by Y date. No. Because a lot of things could still go wrong. A lot of things could still happen that could cause a significant delay. The chances of that happening at this point are lower than if something happened during the editing process or even the copy editing process. But like, the cover is still going to take a little while. Proofreading cannot be rushed, and with my brain feeling how it's been feeling lately, I really can't rush proofreading. But it's kind of wild that the majority of the kind of big tasks, some of these tasks might still even get broken up into smaller tasks. Like the cover design, once I create the 2 copies, then there's lots of stuff I'm still doing with playing with the colors and figuring out which elements I want to copy over to the back cover, and like doing the ebook cover versus doing the paperback cover is a whole separate process. So there's more steps even within some of these, but it's still wild to think that the majority of what's left for the book can be fit on 1 page. So that's pretty impressive as far as I'm concerned. So yes, that is where we're at. This concludes this vlog. I'm going to end this vlog here. This has been the finishing up the copy editing vlog, and we have done that. I have my next steps. I know what I need to do. So come back to the next vlog and probably the vlog after that to see when the proofreading actually begins. But proofreading will start within the next 2 or 3 days at the latest. It's definitely going to start this weekend, which is still a few days early. I hadn't planned on finishing copy editing until Monday the 9th, which would have meant I would have been starting to proofread by the 10th at the earliest, more likely the 11th or 12th. So if I start proofreading on the 7th or 8th, we're still starting proofreading a few days early. So yay, we're almost done. There's still a lot to do, but we're almost done. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for keeping me company while I have been finishing up the copy edit process. If you did enjoy this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. There's still more book editing, publishing content coming, plus Nano is upon us very soon. So there'll be some Preptober content coming as well. So if you landed on this vlog and you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let me know. Leave me a check mark emoji. Again, I know I've requested that before, but leave me a check mark emoji in honor of checking off copy editing from my task list. That is not something that is on this final task list for Independent Hearts 3. So leave me a check mark emoji to let me know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end of this vlog. I would really appreciate that. I don't have a question, so you can just let me know how you're doing, or share some of your project updates or your reading updates, your life updates. Let me know how you're doing. And yeah, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!